guys, it is July 7th at like 3:15. Wes is at work, but he's gonna be home very soon. So we're gonna go ahead and load up the truck so we can go on a little fishing trip this afternoon. We have a ton of equipment that has to go with us. So we have kayak seats. We go ahead and take the paddles because, you know, what happens if the battery dies? So one paddle for each of us. We both have crates that we keep on the backs of our kayaks that have all of our fishing gear in them. Why do we still keep the crates? I don't know. Because we also both have backpack tackle boxes. So this is Wes's crate. This is my crate, and it doesn't look like it has as much stuff in it. Wes just has a bigger tackle box than I do. If I need something that he has, I just steal it from him. Gotta have our life jackets, and I take a dry bag for my phone, camera batteries, whatever can't get wet. Can't forget the kayak batteries. What else? So we both have catch measuring boards. We bought these when we were doing some tournament fishing. I don't know that we did any last summer, maybe 2 summers ago. And then the paracord leash with a flotation device on them because they're not cheap. We also both have nets just in case we catch something that's a little too big. We got paddles, we got seats, we got tackle boxes, we got life jackets, we got batteries, we need fishing poles. Wes always carries 3 poles with him. He's got this one, it's a fluker. I think it's his favorite. And then he's got this one, it's a lose. And then I think, yep, this one's a lose also. So these are the 3 that Wes keeps on his kayak with him. fluker had the same reel on it that my Shimano had on it, and they both gave out on us on the same day. So that's why it's got a different reel on it. We're deciding whether we like them or not. It's just some extras we had here at the house. We will definitely probably go buy either new reels, or I'll talk him into that Cast King that I really want. So I take 3 fishing poles with me also. I take an ultralight just because if I'm not catching bass, I like to catch something. It's just a Shakespeare micro series. And this is a different reel that we put on it. We'd bought a matching pair of ultralights for our anniversary a few years ago, and I think we both broke the tips off of them. So the reel came off of that one. And then we just bought that rod. This is one of my bass poles. It's a Lew's brand, 6.5 foot, 4 to 12 pound line on it. I think I've got 8 on it right now. And this one is my favorite. It's my Shimano. I use it most of the time, but this is the one that the reel messed up on. And we greased those reels and fished with them one more time, and they started kind of hanging up on us again. So we just had, this is just a Shakespeare Sigma. It's one we had in the cabinet, so we just threw that on there until we can get something different. I don't know if if it's the line weight that I have on it, or it's been in the cabinet for a while. I think it was brand new. But I'm not a fan. Maybe if I put a little bit lighter line on it. I think it's got 12 pound test on it. It would work out better for me. I'm gonna have to re-rig these because this is not what I want to fish with today. Okay, equipment wise, I think that's all that we need, except for the kayaks. So we're gonna go hook up the trailer. Keep a lock on the hitch just for safety purposes. Anti-theft device. So I'm used to doing this with my truck, and I have a backup camera. So we're gonna see if I can get this on the first try. make sure these straps are tight. We usually loosen them when we get home so it's not the pressure on the kayak. All hooked up and ready to go. I don't know how much longer. Wes will probably be another 30 minutes, maybe 45 or so. So we're gonna park this in the shade. When he gets here, we will pack us a cooler because it is hot again today. Phone says 86. I think the high today is like 89. I don't know what the heat index is. It was in the 90s at like 11. So we'll get this in the shade. This is our kayak trailer. This was actually, it's the frame from an old camper trailer. The first year that we lived here, which was I think 2023, we put a wood deck on it and put the rack on it. We used to have 5 kayaks because of the kids, and then we had an extra one. We've sold the 3. We sold the other 3 kayaks actually just a couple months ago. So it just carries around Wes and I's kayaks. The kids really don't go with us anymore. Our daughter, you know, she's off in her own house now, and our son has grown tremendously. He's 17, and he was too big for the other kayaks that we had. So one of these days we may get him a 12-foot like Wes is. So Wes does have a 12-foot Ascend. I have a 10-foot Ascend. We really like them. We've had them since I think about 2023, so we really like them. So we're just gonna wait on Wes to get home, and then we'll go fishing. Alright guys, we're out here on pit 30 tonight. We have tried a little bit of everything. Topwater, spinners, worms, paddle tails, literally a little bit of everything. So I switched over to my ultralight, and I am catching some of the smallest fish I have ever caught. Look at this thing. Not very big at all. But I've caught several of them. We have been out here for probably a couple hours at this point. We went all the way down 2 different like little cove things. Just nothing of any size is really hitting. Wes doesn't carry an ultralight, so he's still trying a variety of other things. It looks like he's getting ready to go down that other cove up there, so I think we'll catch up to him and see if anything's biting on the other side. Because we're getting not a lot going on over here. Let's go catch up to him. I don't remember, this pit might have another leg. So, pit 30 is also the trout pit. They do stock it with trout like, I want to say like twice a year, maybe November, December, and then again in like January or so. If you fish this pit between December 1st and March 31st, you do have to have a trout permit. But between April 1st and November 30th, you do not have to have a trout permit. So So, you can fish it in the summer really whenever you want. It doesn't cost that much for a trout permit. We have fished it during trout season. I'm not a fan of trout, personally. I mean, I guess they're fun to catch, but I've never really had much luck catching trout. So, we fished it several times by bank. This is the first time we've ever kayaked it. We actually headed to a different pit today, and we were passing this one, and we're like, hey, nobody's there, so why don't we stop by there? So we're going to cruise over here, kind of catch up to Wes. I'm going to switch out my lure, because this one, I've seen better days. These little fish they keep stealing my tails off of my itty bits. I broke out the smallest lure in my arsenal. And the bottom of my kayak is just littered with half of itty bits because they keep taking the tail off of it. Like I said, we haven't really seen anything of any good size, but there is a ton of little fish. Ton of little bass, ton of little sunfish of different varieties. So we'll see if we can't catch some more over here in this other part after we catch up this way. It is pretty. It has a dock over there. We came one day and there was a family taking family pictures on the dock. There's quite a bit of area that you can bank fish at this pit. They have cabins you can rent. They seem to be usually pretty full when it's been stocked with trout. Little bitty dudes. Settle in. Can't even hardly hold this thing by the mouth. Just little bitty guys. They're kind of fun to catch though. Messed up my lure again. It's gone through so many of these. I just got a whole handful out in my tackle box. Tackle bag, whatever you want to call it. tiny. It's hard to even on this ultralight, it's hard to feel them even hitting. They're just not very big. I did catch a little bit bigger one a while ago, but oops. I don't remember the shape of this pit. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever kayaked it, and of course I looked at it on the map before we got here. I think that there's another like leg up here, but I really don't remember. There's so many pits, it's hard to keep them straight. We fish so many of them, it's hard to keep them straight. I'm gonna take it or not. I'm playing with it. That might have been grass. That's a gog. Smallest part of the scene. Maybe that's what keeps taking the tails off my itty bits. That's probably, I know you guys can't see it, it's over here next to my kayak, but yeah, I don't know, it's probably a foot long or so. Very big. Unlike most things I've seen in this pit today, not very big. Cast up into this tree and catch the tree. That's cool. Oh, the bugs on the water. Maybe they're after the bugs. Maybe time for a new itty bit already. So you can't see them from here, but those cabins are on top of that hill to our left. I want to say they're behind that tree line right there. We've never really checked them out or anything. I don't know how much it costs to rent one. I don't think there's anybody in them right now. Like I said, I think they're more popular during regular trout season. decide whether it wants to take it or not. It's trying to take my lure though. I'll put a new one on there. These little dudes don't last very long. They're like 3 different colors. I'm on a 1/32 ounce jig head. Get it caught up on one little thing and it tries to come off. It does not cast very good. You're using a little bitty. Maybe I'm just not good at casting. Operator error. I'm also trying not to hit my other 2 fishing poles. I'm trying not to hit the camera. A lot of things to cast around. Trying not to land in a tree. So I eat them. I tasted it. I don't really didn't like what it tasted like. I don't really like the taste of plastic either, I guess. Stole my lure. Another one. There's a bunch of little ones down in here. A bit further, I think. Nope, I think we got one. Maybe. You can get it to the boat, to the kayak. It's a little baby. Baby fishy. So tiny. Open your mouth. There you go. Good job. Isn't it cute? That is what I mean about thinking they are too small to even take my lure. Well, it took it like 3 or 4 times, and then decided to spit it back out. So we we first got here, and cast over a stick. Darn it. There we go. First got here, and of course we were trying all the things, and I had a worm on at the time, and my caller's at me, and he's like, "Have you tried any microfishing yet?" And no sooner did he say that, as I caught a bluegill on that worm. And I swear that hook was half the size of the fish. Nope. Oh, we got one. Oh, and it's a bass. Oh, he fell off in the boat or in the kayak. Isn't that adorable? Not the smallest one I've ever caught, but and not very deep on top of this grass. I told you, they're stealing tails off my itty bits. I don't know what keeps doing that. I'm like an itty bit graveyard in this kayak. I'm looking at this tree we just passed here. I got one. A little bigger than the others, but not by much. He is a little bit bigger, but not a whole lot. You got another one already. About the same size as the last one. That's some in front of us now.